Hey guys, I'm here with my wife and my friend Felix. We're gonna do some heroics. So this is my second heroic I've done as level 90. So we just barely got to level 90 and Carson is healing and Felix is DPS and he's gonna carry us. Yep. So we're running triple monk over here. So let's get started with this walkthrough. So right here, I'm gonna start by throwing beer at people, of course, with my distilling haze. I'm not gonna
this right here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do like normal. So what you wanna do is you wanna keep up your buff that you get from Blackout Blue and your buff that you get from Tiger's Palm, so you can get a good guard. So I move from the water right there. That water hurts a lot. And when you have a little space in between buffs, use your fire breath, your breath of fireman.
Oh.
Okay, let's move away from that.
There's always people stand in the water, though.
And yeah, that's pretty much what you're gonna do. See, I just
if a priest wants to stand in that water, you are a healer. You decide who lives and dies.
Right, you have the power.
Don't heal her.
Okay.
You have the power.
That's what I usually do.
You have the power.
When Roar does that shit, I don't heal him.
Kimber Karma said though.
My rule about a DPS pulling, if I was tanking back in Kata, is that if you know you can solo it, I don't have an issue about it.
Oh, okay.
That's the way I view it.
That works,
I guess. You can take it on, then you're fine to solo it, but yeah.
So, what you wanna do, you wanna keep your cast mash off the cooldown because you want chi. Chi is the most important thing, and that's why you wanna reforge for a head cap and expertise cap first. So you get that. So you don't miss or dodge because you're gonna still parry because it's almost impossible to cap parry. And yeah, because you want to be generating chi because your blackout kick takes 2 chi and you want your blackout kick buff up every 6 seconds. You want to hit your blackout kick, that way you always have extra parry, and then you want your tiger spawn buff up all the time, that way you can get a good guard because it increases the absorption of your guard and it stacks by 3 times. So you want to have that stacked already so you don't actually have to spam it 3 times to stack your guard. Right here, this boss fight, if you already don't know it for some reason, we're gonna kill these ants first. So they're pretty easy. When they die, they pee all over the place with water, so you have to stay away from that. And yeah, it's pretty easy to if you are having trouble with aggro, I guess, you can spam your spinning crane kick a little bit more. I'm gonna taunt this guy right here. But I don't spam it very much, only when I really need a lot of aggro. Also use your Lucid Brew. The stacks that you're gonna use, it all depends on the length of the fight. So if the fight's gonna be a short fight, don't wait to stack to 15. Just use it on whatever stacks you have it. And it's gonna help out a lot. And don't let your target spawn buff fall off. It's a long buff, so it's kind of hard to let it fall off. So just pay attention to it. If you are curious on what atom I'm actually using to keep up my buffs, so you can see my buffs on top of my skills, I'm using Domino's buff frames. That's what it's called. So go check it out, and you actually have to set it up. I will soon be making a video on my add-ons, so you guys are gonna be able to see how I set it up. So I actually gonna use my monk as an example to how to set it up because it's actually the only class that I have to set up the add-on for. For the rest of the classes, it comes automatically with all the buffs that you need, like I don't know whatever buffs. For example, Serpent Sting. When you have Serpent Sting up, it's gonna have a green aura around it, stuff like that. So it works for buffs and debuffs, not only for buffs. Right here, I lost aggro of those 2 little guys. It's not that big of a deal, but to get them back, I'm just gonna throw beer at them. Easily got the aggro back right there. And I let my target power fall off. Don't let your target power fall off. And now we need to get away from this water. So I'm just gonna roll over here. What's up?
Did you want Felix to talk about healing at all? Remember he was talking about?
Yeah,
Felix, any words of wisdom for healing this river?
I can barely hear you, but
I said any words of wisdom for healing on this fever?
I heard you. But it's kind of like I can't really talk about it unless like someone asks me a direct question. Like there's a lot to cover, so
I know there's so much.
Like pretty soon I'll be coming out with those guides in 5.2 for all 3 specs. So
yeah, guys, make sure to check out his channel too. He makes awesome monk videos, and I beat him on the touch of death. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that boss is pretty easy. You just have to not get hit by the water.
Tiger's lost the wrong guy. Damn it.
I just gave that guy speed boost.
Nice one, Pepsi.
I'm really happy about that. And his name's Greta Octave. He's not happy with himself.
Yeah, I have some water right here.
Hey, did anyone loot that boss? Fuck.
No, he doesn't drop anything good.
I'll do it.
Okay, that's one good.
No, you can pull.
Okay.
You have a geared paladin there.
No, I think they'll all follow you. Whatever. Actually, no, I'm not gonna pull this
Don't
for myself. No.
I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. So while we're waiting, actually, let's talk about the stats a little bit. So you want to cap when you have low gear, you're gonna have you're gonna be reforging all for hit rating and expertise, because you're not gonna have enough stats to reforge to your other two stats that come after that, which are haste and crit. They're equal, so it's up to you if you want crit for more crit or haste. Haste would increase your energy regeneration, and crit is gonna make you crit more often. Simple as that. So yeah. So hit, you're gonna cap at 7.50%, 7.5%.
Or until the skull at the bottom of the hit.
Yeah, I'm a little bit over
0%.
And your expertise is gonna be 15%. This one is actually pretty hard to hit. So yeah, that one's gonna be pretty hard to hit.
PvE is generally gear dependent, so try to get as close as you can to the max of expertise. Once you start getting all your PvE gear, like when Rate Finder and stuff, it's gonna be a lot easier to get that cap. So don't be worried if like you're low on it or anything.
So right there to get some initial threat on that pack, I did my spinning crane kick. But I would only do it once because I want to keep up my defensive buffs up, more importantly than my threat, mostly here on 5-mans, on heroics. Threat comes really easy. People are not gonna pull off of it unless they're like carrying one of their teammates and they have like heroic gear or something like that. Alright, now we're gonna pull this fishy, Mr. Fishy here. And yeah, just your stuns defensively. If you see you're taking a lot of damage and the packs are stunnable, just stun them all with your leg sweep, and that will give your healer time to heal you up without having to use any cooldowns or using extra mana. So keep that in mind, that stuns can be used defensively, and as well as your Swen, invoke Swen, your white tiger, same thing. So yeah, this pack right here, this stupid bird, blinds people or puts people to sleep. So keep that in mind. Be watching for your healer. Sometimes your healer would get put to sleep. So if the healer does, make sure you put up a guard right there. Or your elusive brew that I've been forgetting to put on. I always forget to put on my elusive brew. So learn from my mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes than I do. See right there, I parried. So that's really bad because I parried my keg smash, which means I lost 2 chi that if I was dying, I could have used for a guard, and that could have completely messed me up and probably had to pop like some big defensive cooldown or something like that. But I wasn't dying, so I was just fine. So that's why expertise is so important as a tank these days. When I first heard of that, to me it was a ridiculous idea. It was dumb, but it's how it is right now. Yeah, drink. No, she's gonna be in combat for a second.
I'm gonna come down here. I can drink. I'm just gonna like this.
Okay, for this next boss, if you already don't know it, it's gonna spawn 2 weird shit hits. What you're gonna do with them, they're gonna stack a buff. When they stack to 6 you wanna switch. So I'm gonna tell the party here, switch on 6 stacks.
Didn't it used to be 10 stacks?
No, if you okay, we're gonna go on skull first and then on X, which is the general standard thing. Okay, so if you have deadly boss mods, if you are new at a PvE or a tank or anything, I recommend you use deadly boss mods to help you out. And even if you know, see how he told me there that 6 on peril, so I will switch to strive and hit him until there is 6 stacks on him, and then switch back because the other guy would have dropped the stacks already, and we can switch. That will make it a lot easier on the healer, even though this is a healer fight. It's really hard. There is a lot of AoE damage and a lot of mana management that you have to worry about. As a tank, you just have to worry about switching on time, because a lot of times DPS will follow you. They will follow what you're doing. So make sure that you are doing the right thing. And I'm gonna throw a guard here in a second. Very soon. I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna throw a guard to make it a little bit easier on my healer, on Carson, so she doesn't run out of mana too fast. And it's also at the same time a DPS fight. I'm gonna switch now because you wanna kill these things fast. You wanna kill them fast, so before your healer runs out of mana. So yeah, that's very important. And that actually went pretty fast because we're getting carried by Mr. Sven here with 439 actually, 440k health.
Wait.
What?
536k.
536 with whatever buff you put on. 536 fucking health.
This paladin's pretty geared for PvE though. He's like full heroic geared.
Oh yeah, dude, he's doing 80,000. So a lot of times don't pull all because we're under geared. Okay, so yeah, be nice to the people in your party. It's very important because when tanks are assholes, they normally get kicked easily. So just be nice to people. And these guys that will put a pile of shit on the ground. When they put a pile of shit on the ground, make sure that you get out of it and get your DPS out of it too, because the DPS will follow them up. So it's up to you where you put them up. It's very important that you learn positioning very well as a tank, whatever tank you're doing, not only Brewmaster, any tank. Is very important that you know positioning very well and you know how to position the mobs. If you're a PvP or going into PvE, as a tank, you want to move the least possible. Don't be like PvP hero and be moving all over the fucking place. Now, that pack was pretty easy for me actually, so I'm gonna pull double. I'm gonna throw up a guard so I can get some threat in the beginning and I don't take too much damage. After that stun, I'm gonna DR stun him, meaning that I'm gonna stun him for 2.5 seconds, so they don't put their pile of shit on the ground, and that will help the DPS. I kicked that guy, if you see there, so they didn't put the pile of shit on the ground, and it will help the DPS stand on the same place and do more damage. And
something to note in a PvE situation is that things like sap and paralysis will last for a minute.
Yep, that's right. So right now I'm not moving this guy out of that. I'm gonna kick him right there, and he's dead. This next boss right here doesn't pull automatically. You actually have to pull this boss. So if your healer needs to drink, just chill out here. The boss is not gonna pull.
I would set up Transcendence somewhere, Carson, so you can pour just in case you're cornered by one of the AoEs.
Oh, I'll do the same thing.
I'm gonna put it over here.
You don't have to set it over there. It's just for moving.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pull now because everyone's ready.
I just stay in here so then I have to worry about.
No?
Okay, this boss you wanna position her in the middle because she's gonna do kind of an AoE ability. That thing right there that is gonna hit everyone in the fire thingy, and the other one, the blue fire or green or jade fire that she does, will leave fire in the ground that you have to move out of. It's not very hard to move out of that. It's actually very simple and it's almost like worthless of why that mechanic is even there. And then you're gonna get hit really hard. After getting hit really hard, use your purifying brew to make it a little bit easy on the healer. And I'm gonna put up a guard right here because I'm getting hit a little bit harder. Make sure that you have, okay, right here, wait this dragon to attack someone and then taunt it. Because what happens, if you taunt it too fast, it's gonna lose threat anyway. And right here, it's gonna put fire randomly in different places. So you wanna move him out of the fire. If you see there is fire in DPS, like I see it right now, you wanna move this guy away from it so your DPS can get out of the fire. Because sometimes they won't be able to. If they do, they're not gonna be in range of the boss. So it's very important that you are watching for stuff like that. There is a lot of bosses in the game that are like that, but I can't remember off the top of my mind right now.
So many healing spheres.
Okay, make sure that you keep an eye on your healer. If you see, I always put my healer on my focus target, so I know when my healer is gonna run out of mana. And make sure you let your healer drink. It will look really bad on you if you just pull when your healer was completely out of mana. Okay, so these guys is the same guys than before that they drop pile of ships on the ground. So I'm gonna stun him right here in the beginning. So to stop him from putting shit on the ground. Another thing is your breath of fire. If you have a glyph so it disorients them, it's a good interrupt for them to stop them from doing that. So that's actually really nice right there. And make sure you are moving them so your DPS can get behind them. Don't move in too much. Don't move all over the room. Just move them a little bit away from it so your DPS can hit him from behind. And if you're kiting, make sure you're throwing your Distilling Haste, or however you say at them. And don't forget to keep out your buffs up. I forgot to do my Tiger Palm. So I'm gonna stack it up a little bit without capping on energy. Do not cap on energy because that's a loss. You don't want that. These guys are not moving, so I'm just gonna stun them right here and stand on the fire for a second. Do not do that if the fire is very strong. Only do it if you know you can take it for a second. This next boss, I like to put an X on myself because I want people to stack on me. When the ads pop, I want everyone to stack on me so we can all AoE them down. And the other thing that you need to worry about is the healer needs to dispel whoever gets the debuff, the big debuff that will do a lot of AoE damage. So it's not that hard of a fight if everything is done well. If the healer dispels on time, if everyone stacks on the tank, when the ads pop out, we're gonna be no problem. The ads are copy of yourself and they do not have an aggro table.
Incoming.
That right here. I want everyone to stack on me. Hopefully they're smart enough to stack on X. They seem to just stack on the middle. Most people will just stack on the middle. They don't know they're stacking on the tank, so just go in the middle. See, they went way fast down. If you don't kill him in time, they will heal the boss. So you wanna get him on time. I'm gonna throw up a guard over here because I'm taking a lot of damage and I don't want my healer to be popping cooldowns.
So nothing there, just get ready to dispel. 1 second.
On you?
It's on you.
Okay, make sure you put your purifying brew up a lot, or when you need some help. It's also important.
Get ready to dispel someone in 2 seconds.
Mr. PvE Master here knows everything. Elusive Brew's up again.
Get ready to stack him in.
I've done this fight on healing, so that's
Okay, stacking.
I got good at dispelling. I learned my lesson, but
So don't freak out if you don't. Actually, do not freak out right here. You're not gonna have aggro on these guys because they will attack their copy of yourself, and they will only attack their copy. They're not gonna attack. They're not gonna aggro you. So don't freak out right there. Just know that's part of the fight. A lot of times when I started tanking in Wrath, I freaked out when I didn't have aggro, and some fights were actually the mechanic of it was that you weren't gonna have aggro, and I got really frustrated on that. So don't get frustrated with that.
Alright.
And that's it. And I think I got my second upgrade because I got my first upgrade last dungeon, but the sound was really bad, so I decided not to upload it.
Yeah, that's a nice shoulder for you.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this and it helped you out a little bit and my voice wasn't too annoying to you guys. Make sure you check out Felix's channel because he's awesome. And you guys take care and good hunting.
Take care, guys.